What is good, y'all? It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and this is the card we've been waiting on, man. I mean, honestly, I gotta say, this content before Wilt was a letdown. Dame, Dirk, Melo, those are all letdown type of cards in my opinion. The one card that's not gonna let us down is the greatest player of all time. Yes, I firmly believe that in Wilt Chamberlain. Now, here's the deal, okay? We're going to get 3 different Wilt Chamberlains. Now, if you're wondering, like, Ty, what do you mean 3 different Wilt Chamberlains? Well, it's basically what we've seen in the past with, like, the Michael Jordan, which you got an Ami, which is cheap, the Diamond, which is a little more expensive, then obviously the Pink Diamond. Now, for Wilt Chamberlain, I personally believe he's going to change the game in a big way. Now, before we dive any further into that, man, make sure you guys do smash that subscribe button. Now, here's the deal for Wilt Chamberlain, guys. Okay, we don't have one this year, obviously. I don't know why I was looking at it. But last year, we saw Wilt Chamberlain as our MyTEAM Unlimited award. And I'm going to say this right now. Wilt Chamberlain's stats better be better than this. I mean, they just have to be. And if you're wondering, you know, Ty, why do they got to be better than these specific stats? Well, here's why, okay? When I go to 2K database and go to 2K23 this year, when we've got cards like Ben Wallace, okay, when we've got cards like Ben Wallace, yeah, they're gonna have to juice this Wilt Chamberlain, okay, because I get Wilt's player model does a lot in its own right, but a 75 speed and a 45 lateral quickness is not getting the job done. I know his player model is crazy. I know that. I understand that, and I know when we got guys like this, when we got guys like Mutombo, who has 56 speed and 63 lateral quickness, it's tough to ask Wilt Chamberlain to have that much more. But Wilt's not going to get all 10 of these Hall of Fame badges that Dikembe got, right? I mean, for the Pink Diamond Wilt, I'm hoping for 6 at least at minimum Hall of Fame badges. And I'm at least hoping for Interceptor, you know, Brick Wall, Rebound Chaser, Post Lock, some of those badges. Now, again, for Dikembe, he has 98 interior, 63 lateral perimeter, not great, but great rebounder. Obviously, had a great block rating. Again, for Wilt, his steal rating was low. His perimeter defense was low. His lateral quickness was pretty low. And so when you look at the card, I mean, he was far from great last year. And that's why I'm hoping that this Diamond Wilt Chamberlain looks like this. If the Diamond Wilt Chamberlain looks like this card right here, I would be perfectly happy, okay? Because then the Pink Diamond, what you're probably doing is you're boosting the perimeter, lateral quickness, maybe the speed and acceleration a little bit. And I'm hoping his speed and Wilt Chamberlain, now this might be a lot to ask because he is super long and lengthy. I'm hoping it's upper 70s, low 80s. I think that's fair. And if you guys don't think so, just know we got this card in the game, okay? And are you guys noticing a trend? Hear me out. Are you guys noticing a trend? Maybe it's just me. But we saw MJ last week. The crazy part about that is the week before, we saw shooting guard small forward Andre Iguodala. And then that following Friday, when he expires, they drop a shooting guard small forward Michael Jordan. Last Friday, the grinded card is Bill Russell. And we see Wilt Chamberlain, basically the card that's going to replace him. Now, I'd have to go back to the first week in which we saw Lamar Odom on day 1, right? And then we saw, who do we see? Blake Griffin, I guess. AK kind of replaced him too. So I just feel like we're seeing that common theme as we went through this, that, you know, yeah, it's cool that you guys grinded for Bill Russell, but Bill Russell is not going to do anything to Wilt Chamberlain. Like, if you're looking for an interior center, this is your guy in Wilt Chamberlain. A lot of people that did lock in that Dikembe Mutombo, all I'm going to say is I'm sorry. Because this Wilt Chamberlain is going to do just as much, if not more than that card. Now, it'll be interesting to see. I honestly, I feel like he, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like his Philly player model normally is better than the LA player model and player build. At least from what I remember in past years, right? I could be wrong, but at least that's what I'm thinking, remembering from past years, is that you do want that Philadelphia 76ers version of Wilt. But either way, I'm super excited because I don't like interior bigs. I don't. But I still think Wilt might do too much on the court not to play. And as far as stopping Wilt on the mash, imagine if you come up and you have Wilt Chamberlain and then your opponent is running Chris Bosh. or Blake Griffin. It's over. Wilt is absolutely going to dog Chris Bosh. He's dogging Blake Griffin. He's dogging all of those guys, all of those cards. And so that's where I think Wilt is going to be so valuable, where nobody is running interior bigs right now. I think if you run him, you're definitely going to have that advantage over the opposition. Now, that's my opinion on things. Again, I'm one that I do like stretch bigs, but I feel like for his time, Wilt Chamberlain is going to change the game. We got to remember that people were running this Wilt Chamberlain card last year and liked him over Diamond Mutombo. Some people, not all of them, but some people liked Wilt over Mutombo. Obviously, he was a little bit faster, did a few more things, but that's what I'm saying is Wilt Chamberlain early on in 2K is always so good. And even if you can't get the Peak Diamond version, I expect the Ami version to at least be okay or formidable, right? At least be a guy that you can put out there that, I mean, can compete like at least a Diamond Gobert type of card. And that's what I'm super, super excited about. So, in general, I know, I'm not excited about Dame. I think Dame's an absolute garbage, man. I'm not excited about Dirk. I don't think Dirk's going to be fast enough to play. Melo, I think, is going to be okay. I just think he's going to struggle that little bit on the defensive end of the court. So for me, I definitely think that this Wilt Chamberlain takes the cake. I do. And I might be completely wrong. Come tomorrow, if his stats are not improved over this. If his stats look like this tomorrow, I'm going to be upset. Because a 45 lateral quickness on Wilt Chamberlain would be absolutely insane for it almost being October. So I want to know your thoughts on Wilt Chamberlain down below in the comments. Is he a card that you guys can get behind and run? I know a lot of people are running the Blake Griffins, Chris Bosh of the world. A lot of people like their stretch bigs. But I think this Wilt Chamberlain is going to change the game in a big time way. So that's personally why I'm excited. If you are no money spent, like for me on my no money spent squad, that Amethyst Wilt Chamberlain might be a card that's a must have. I mean, Wilt just might run the game for a week or so. And I don't know for sure. I'm putting the might word behind it because I truly don't know. It'll be interesting to see who we do get as our takeover reward tomorrow as well, and what kind of grind that does entail. Hopefully it's like a good point guard that we can grind for so we can get another solid point guard option. But that is going to wrap it up for my video today, guys. A lot of people wanted a center, whether it was Hakeem, whether it was D-Rob, whether it was Shaq, whether it was Kareem, Wilt. We needed a really good big guy in 2K. And 2K came through with a pink diamond Wilt Chamberlain. But let me know your thoughts on him down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. And have a blessed day.